What do you think this is? Take a wild guess, and we'll reveal the answer a little later in this video. Are you looking for a wild experience watching rescued sea lions and seals while learning how they're rehabbed for life back in the ocean? Well, welcome to Wildly Seen Adventures. We're here to help you capture the spirit and culture of wildlife spaces so you can choose the perfect experience for your family. Today we're visiting the Marine Mammal Care Center in San Pedro, California, a rescue facility dedicated to saving sick, injured, and malnourished marine mammals along the Southern California coast. Let's see if this is an adventure your family should add to the list. Unlike a zoo or aquarium, the goal here isn't to keep these animals on display, it's to rehabilitate them and return them to the ocean whenever possible. The center is staffed with friendly volunteers to answer questions and explain what you're seeing. They'll take you on a personal tour, and the volunteer who gave me a tour was top-notch. So this
too, yeah. We found this stuff in their stomachs. So
wow.
A lot of fishing line. If you ever see them like on the sand and they look like they're just hanging out, they might actually be like malnourished, which is our most common reason they come in. And we'll put these signs up when somebody's already reported it so that people know like help is on the way. And you can see the breakdown. We have 9 elephant seals, 2 harbor seals, 19 sea lions. Today they'll be getting about 350 pounds of fish to eat.
Wow.
And at 11 o'clock, which is in about 20 minutes, they'll do a feeding and you'll get to see that.
Cool.
This pin right here is usually for our most sensitive ones, like the ones we just got in. They're probably the most malnourished right now. They're the skinniest, as you can see.
Oh, yeah, they do look kind of skinny. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, like, here's my boundaries and use the board.
These are all sea lions in this one. We have a couple elephant seals down there further and 1 harbor seal in the back that we'll get to.
Get out of the water and run down the hallway where they're supposed to go. And also there's holes in the bottom.
Oh, to eat properly yet, and if that's the case, like these guys here will take notes on each one, and if one of them is showing no interest, they'll go in there and try to give them like by hand, so teach them how to eat the fish. But maybe this guy, he already ate some, like he already got his fill maybe. But I love the elephant seals. They look so like docile and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the bigger eyes because they are able to dive deeper than the sea lions are. And they use their little whiskers to like echolocate their food in the water, so it's pretty cool. They'll probably do this feeding after they're done in that one. They have to use that like wooden thing to like back them up so they don't get used to human interaction.
Oh, yeah.
And you can hear them screaming. Like the most common reason we get them in here is malnourishment. It's just a product of, we like to think global warming, but you know, people have different opinions on it, but it causes like the fish to be less available up close in the water, and so the mom has to travel further out, and maybe something happens to the mom, and so the baby is just left there, and that's the most common reason we see it is malnourishment.
How long have these been in the center?
They can stay up here for up to a year, I believe, depending on like their injuries. But it could be anywhere from like a week to a couple months to a year. But we just had a huge release last weekend, I believe. There was about 20 of them we released back.
Oh.
So it's always to get them out as fast as we can. But
yeah.
Obviously, as long as they're healthy to do so. Seals and a harbor seal right there in the middle. He's just floating around, a little polka dot. They're like messing around with their fish in the water, just playing with it, messing with the birds.
Is this the last pool before they're released?
Yes, this is like what we call the party pool. Usually this is where they end, and then when they're healthy enough, they'll get released. And usually they get released with a couple of their friends, so just hang out together. It's pretty amazing that like if we rescue them off of like Channel Islands, they'll find their way back to where I think elephant seals are a little bit more loyal than the sea lions are. And sea lions are a little bit more rambunctious. So they like to play with each other in the water a lot more. You'll see them jumping and flying out of the water a lot. Yeah, so the elephant seals, they do a more worm movement. We call it the lumping. and so they're more like abdominal movement based, and then the sea lions use more their flippers. They're very strong, so you can sometimes see them pull themselves right up here on this tiny ledge of this brick wall right here in front of us. It's pretty amazing because it doesn't look like they'd be able to hold themselves up there. That cage right back there in the back right corner is for our newest patients. So maybe they're so young they don't know how to eat fish yet, and they get like a fish soup like out of a bottle, and that's where they'll be fed. It's back there. And then once they're able to eat more fish on their own, they'll get put into pin 1 that we were seeing at the beginning, and they kind of move their way through them until they get to the last one. Yeah.
You ever have to nurse them with a bottle?
Yes. Yeah. And in the gift shop, we have like a little area that's for kids, but it's also very interesting to see. Like you can see the whole, like all the vitamins they put inside of their food, as well as like the blended up fish. It's very interesting. And yeah, so if they're like the small ones back there, they'll get that mixture.
Although this isn't a large attraction, families can easily spend an hour or two exploring the exhibits, watching the patients, talking with volunteers, and browsing the gift shop. Kids who enjoy animals will probably find it fascinating because they're seeing real conservation work in action instead of simply viewing exhibits.
You ever see these out on the road?
Here's some information about the actual rescue process.
Usually they're small enough for like one person to like net them and bring them back, but sometimes they're bigger and we need multiple people. It's pretty interesting. We have like different tires too for on the sand. This one's the normal one, but usually they're inside. Our sand tires are right here.
Let's take a look in the Discovery/gift shop.
So these are all the skulls that we have of each kind. This is just a sea lion pelt. Here's our fur seal, and you can really feel the density difference in the fur.
Oh, wow.
This is more like a sea otter, where they have to like tend to their fur to keep it warm for them in the water. So they're grooming themselves a lot more than these guys would. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we have baleen here, a couple whale bones, just for people with kids to touch it. It's a humpback whale vertebrae, and then a humpback whale skull.
Oh, that's a skull?
Yes.
If you're planning a visit, check the Care Center's website before you go. They offer public visitation Fridays through Mondays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., but reservations are recommended since attendance is managed to provide the best visitor experience. If you're visiting with children, you may also want to plan around Family Science Sunday. These special educational sessions include hands-on STEM activities led by staff and volunteers, covering topics like marine mammals, ocean conservation, marine ecosystems, and current environmental challenges. Admission to the center remains free, although advanced registration is encouraged because, again, space is limited. Programs like these make the Marine Mammal Care Center much more than a place to look at animals. They help visitors understand why protecting our oceans matter. Remember today's wild guess? That mystery picture was a close-up of a pinniped's eyebrow. If you guessed an eyebrow, I have no idea how you got it, but congratulations. Let's see how the Marine Mammal Care Center does on the Wildly Seen Adventures Scorecard. We rate 3 categories: care, purpose, and experience, then wrap it up with an overall impression. I rated care at 4.75 out of 5 stars. This is literally what they do. Every decision is centered around the health and successful release of marine mammals. Purpose gets 5 stars. Education, conservation, rescue, rehabilitation, and research all come together here. This is a clear example of a mission-driven wildlife facility. In experience, they get 4 out of 5 stars. While it's smaller than many zoos or aquariums, and the number of animals changes from day to day, the opportunity to witness real wildlife rehabilitation makes for a memorable and meaningful visit. When we combine the quality of animal care, the facility's mission, and the overall visitor experience, the Marine Mammal Care Center earns a Wildly Seen Adventures score of 4.6 out of 5 stars. If you're looking for a flashy attraction with animal shows, this probably isn't it. But if you'd like to see conservation in action, and learn how dedicated professionals are giving rescued marine mammals a second chance, the Marine Mammal Care Center delivers a worthwhile experience. Thanks for watching. To see more wildlife experiences like this, just subscribe to Wildly Seen Adventures. In each episode, we explore zoos, aquariums, wildlife rescues, and sanctuaries to help you discover meaningful animal experiences for your family. Visit wildlyseenadventures.com for more adventures and resources. You can even rate an aquarium or zoo while you're there. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like and let us know in the comments if you'll be adding your own WSA scorecard review on our website. Until next time, keep it wild.